I have a friend previously who told me, I will never eat those pink food. I was like, what? It's just food. Yeah, but it's pink. Suriati, I don't eat pink food. Do you think I'm Barbie or something? Hello, everyone. My name is Suriati.
I'm Cassandra.
And we are both in Norway. Today we're going to talk about the most favorite topic of all time amongst Asian, and which is
Food.
Food, glorious food.
Yes. What connects us? Food.
Food.
What connects Malaysian and Singaporean?
Food. Both claim that they are food paradise. I don't know, Singapore food paradise, Malaysia food paradise. Both of them say we are
the pioneer. Okay. Anyway, we're not here for that. We are here to share our common and not so common food practices and talk a little bit about the food culture here in Norway as well.
Yeah. First of all, we need to mention thank you so much, Norak, for giving us both. I have been here for 16 years.
And
This is my 16.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And I have been here for 9 years.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Norak, which is in Norwegian is the short for Norsk Asiatisk Kulturforening, which is in English
Norwegian Asian Culture Association.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, of course. So we are in this podcast, which is called Asian and Proud, and there's nothing more that we are so proud of other than
our food.
what combines us, and what unites us, and what actually divides us. Is there anything
What to do with food? And that is actually true, because Singaporeans and Malaysians always fight of the originality of certain food, and that divides us. But then it brings us back together when we sit over food.
we eat the same food, maybe it's different names, but
Yes.
it's the same food.
We will talk about that.
We'll talk about it. This podcast is called Asian and Proud, and yes, we are very proud to be Asian. And as we are living in Norway, we find that it's even more important for us to embrace our Asian identity.
Yes, especially bring our food here, because it is almost non-visible. You get Thai food here a lot, you get Vietnamese food a lot, but you don't get Singaporean and Malaysian food, and that's sad because we have one of the most amazing cuisines
According
in the world.
to us, we have the best, one of the best cuisines.
But you know that rendang is actually one of the best cuisine in the world. So Google that.
Gordon Ramsay says rendang. The rendang is
The rendang. If you haven't tried rendang, you haven't tried the food.
I'm amused when I'm thinking about Gordon Ramsay when he went to Malaysia and he had to learn how to make rendang from the kakak-kakak and the makcik-makcik in Malaysia, and he learned about this culture which is called Agak-Agak. Okay, it's not Agak-Agak, it's Agak-Agak.
Maybe, or like, how do you say?
Estimate. Yeah. So if let's say if I ask my mom like, how much of chili do I put for, and she will say agak-agak lah.
Yeah, which means take it one at a time, or like test and see. Yeah, I think a better word would be test and see.
You just test and see and go by feel. Just figure it out. Figure it out. Yeah. So it's kind of up to you. You figure it, sort it out yourself. Agak-agak. That means you feel it. You go with the feel. So I think for Gordon Ramsay, who's very much into recipes, right? Like how much of sugar,
one cup, 300 ml. It was hard for him. It was even hard for me when I started to get recipes from my mom back home to make local food here. She would say that just agak-agak. And agak-agak is like, Mom, is it 1 teaspoon? Is it 10 teaspoon? It was hard. And then now I figure out that, sometimes you have to agak-agak.
You have to agak-agak. You know what my mom told me? Okay, yang ini kau beli bawang putih 50 sen. Okay, direct translation, she spoke in Malay. Basically, she says the garlic, you just buy about 50 cents. Oh my God, how will I know how much is 50 cents? 50 cents in Singapore money, how does it translate to Norwegian and the amount? So you just think she said 50 cents of Singapore, the amount. How I know. Mom, I said, I will not know. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then she said, I can't help you there. You figure it out. Agak-agak yourself. It goes back to
It goes away,
agak-agak.
So if you ever heard the word agak-agak, just taste and see.
Yeah, you just sort it out yourself.
Yeah.
You just go by feel.
Go by feel.
I think for me it's like go by feel.
Yeah, go by feel, yeah.
So we want to introduce ourselves a little bit more, but we want to do a bit differently. We're gonna do this speed round thing.
Yeah.
Gonna like it. So I'm gonna ask Cassey 5 questions, and she has to answer it very, very fast.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? If you're slow, then you're then no, just
Okay.
the buzzer will go.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, number 1. Favorite Norwegian word?
Selvfølgelig. It means absolutely, and I feel it's so rhythmic.
Favorite season?
I like summer, obviously, because I come from Malaysia. But I also like winter because I've learned a new sport. I can ski.
Woohoo! Wow, impressive. Favorite Norwegian food?
I like kjøttboller. Is that Swedish or is that Norwegian? But yeah, these meatballs that you get in IKEA.
Favorite Asian food?
Nasi lemak.
Nasi lemak buah bidara.
Yes.
All right, biggest achievement in Norway?
Honestly, it's my driver's license. It is one of the most challenging things that I had to do here in Norway. And when I got it, the moment she said you passed, I cried. I was like, oh wow.
Okay.
I achieved. It's a big achievement for me.
You cried, my husband cried actually. I know he cried, even though he didn't have to tell me, I know he cried. Okay.
Now I have some questions for you.
Yes.
Can you ski?
Oh, bop, 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 bop.
Your worst experience in Norway?
Oh my goodness. Not finding a job. It got me to a short bout of depression. And I ended up having to redefine myself. And then, hey, I'm a serial entrepreneur. Never look back. The best decision I made.
Biggest achievement in Norway?
Driving license.
See, I told you.
My mom asked me, is it that difficult getting a license over there? Why? Because you got your bachelor's, you got your master's, you went 2 rounds of Norwegian class, and that's okay. And then the driving license is like you're never done.
It's different. You have dark driving,
Yeah.
slippery driving, long driving, short
long
driving,
distance,
long
driving.
distance
I
driving.
think we have to drive about 5 hours. Was it 4 hours? 4 hours. 4 hours
4
straight.
hours,
That was
and,
tiring for me.
That was tiring. So it is a big achievement.
It was a big
So,
achievement. Good job.
Good job to us. Some things in Norway that reminds you of Singapore.
Definitely Oslo. I'm a city girl. I need to go to Oslo every now and then to get my city fix.
Favorite thing about being in Norway?
I love winter. I love winter. I love when it's all white. That also means that I don't have to clean outside.
Okay, but is it winter, cold winter or snowy winter?
All of it.
All of it.
Everything.
Yeah.
I like the cold. I like the white snow.
Honestly, it's gorgeous during winter. It's gorgeous, but
The sunrise is spectacular on winter days. Sunset is so beautiful as
Yeah.
well. There's so much of winter to really enjoy. And what I really like is the quietness, the calmness. Because when winter comes around December, everything slows down. Everyone's slowing down, slow down.
And you actually hear absolutely nothing, because in Malaysia you have the fan running, you have the aircon going on. In Norway, it's just absolute silence.
Silence. And in Singapore, when you go to the MRT, which is the train station, there is a din. Bzzz. And I think people who live abroad will tell you that. But if you live in Singapore, you don't think about it. You don't realize it. But having lived in Norway, where it's so quiet, and I live in the countryside. So let me just share a quick story. When I first moved here, we live near to the mouth of the forest. So I live in the countryside, and there's hardly anyone who drives. I live by the roadside as well, but during winter, no one goes to the forest, right? So Roger's colleague asked him, "So, Roger, how's your wife? How is she settling in and getting used to Norway?" Oh, she's getting used to the deafening silence.
It's something to get used to, because I remember that when I first arrived here, it was absolute silence. It's like
Was it weird for you?
it was weird. It was like, oh no, I need to on the TV, I need to on the radio. A sudden need of I need noise.
You need
But now
the white noise.
Yeah, after living here for such a long time, I got used to it.
This is kind of weird. The white noise in the white country, Norway. Oops. It's very interesting.
Yes.
So we want to talk about the probably similarities about food in Norway, and maybe some similarities, some differences. Perhaps we can talk about what sticks out for you in Norway in terms of the food.
I think I would talk about the lunch culture here. Lunch is absolutely simple. People just get a slice of bread, some ham on it, cucumber. That's lunch.
And what happens in Asia? In Asia, we need 1 hour. We
Here
need
you
to
only get 30 minutes.
30 minutes, very short, 30 minutes. In Asia, we will drive to a certain place, sometimes we go out for lunch with our colleagues, and then remember, we have the char kway teow, which is being fried on the
Yes.
spot. I mean, you can't get that in 30 minutes. Hello.
Yes. By the time you park and you get your food and all of that, we need actually 1 hour was not enough.
1 hour is not enough.
Yeah. But here they're done with their lunch in 10 minutes, and
Yes.
and because I've been living here so long, I start to do that now. Like my lunch is very basic
Easy.
because I have early dinner, so then my dinner is a warm food. But otherwise, sandwich works.
Sandwich, yeah. So speaking of sandwich, lots of bread here.
Lots of bread.
Bread in the morning, bread in the afternoon, bread for lunch, and bread even for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And that's why it's called brødmat. So we do it as well. I mean, of course, my husband's Norwegian and I have 3 boys who, of course, they are Norwegian, true blue Norwegians. So we do have brødmat sometimes, but we are not very keen on that. That's like a very last resort. So what is brødmat? Basically, just put out the bread and put out all kinds of spreads that you have.
Yeah.
So the spreads over here, because they eat a lot of breads, right? So the spreads are a wide range of stuff.
Yeah,
Okay?
you can have meat slices, salami, salmon, just,
Mackerel,
scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs, mackerel in tomato sauce in the box. What else? You have, of course, the veggies, right? All the
Cucumber,
different kinds.
paprika.
Yes, all kinds of spreads and all kinds of what do you call it? Salads as well.
Yeah.
Salads as well.
A lot of salads.
So there are lots of spreads which are savouries and there are lots of spread which are sweet as well. So you have like the banana spread. That was very interesting.
What is a banana spread?
So basically it's Brunost. So it basically is
like peanut butter but banana.
Yeah,
Is it?
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
almost like peanut butter, but it's just bananas.
Yes,
It's,
yeah.
it's yellow in color, so I love it. And of course, there's Brunost, which is brown cheese.
Yes, that is very famous here. My kids love it. It's tastes like kwai, I guess.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. I honestly like it, but it is not cheese for me.
Yeah. Well, I definitely it's not cheese to most people because our perception of cheese is yellow.
Yes.
And it's a savory, but this brown cheese is sweet, it's caramelish. Yes.
You have it on waffles.
Yes,
you can
you
even
have
have it on bread, but I feel like it's more of a Nutella rather than a cheese.
Well, my aunt, when I gave it to her, she tasted it and she had to spit it out. Because, again, that perception of cheese is like, this is not cheese.
Yes, yeah.
This is sweet, this is not cheese. Because she tends to think of cheese as the yellow cheese. Yeah.
But
so,
my husband's family actually every year when we go back we bring brown cheese along because they like it. Especially my sister-in-law, she enjoys brown cheese, and every time we are back, there's 2 things that we bring back: brown cheese and chocolates.
the same for us. And if it's a chocolate, it has to be smashed.
No, not smash
how-
for me. This
Kit Kat,
the bar, just the.
Oh, just
Freya.
any.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, all right.
It's-
Most interesting food for me is actually this pink food. So, I have a friend previously who told me, I will never eat those pink food. I was like, what? It's just food. Yeah, but it's pink. Suriati. I don't eat pink food. Do you think I'm Barbie or something?
What is pink food?
What is pink food? One is reke salad. Reke salad is prawns, small prawns. It's a spread. I believe they have a bit of mayonnaise in it. It's sour cream in it. And small prawns.
Yeah.
What do they eat it with? You can put it as a spread, normal bread. But what's the best for it is, this is how the Norwegians eat hot dogs. Okay, you have a normal hot dog and the hot dog bread, and then you put the reke salad on top. Oh my God, people find it weird. And on top of that, you have to put the lomper. Lomper is a
Potato
certain
bread.
Potato, yeah,
Potato,
a bit like prata.
A bit like prata.
You
But
know
you
what's
don't have
prata?
to heat it up. It's you can buy it in.
It's cold.
Yeah, cold,
Yeah.
and you just eat it like bread. But I think the base is potatoes.
It's potatoes. It's potatoes, kind of bread, which is like, it's round. So when you have the hot dog inside, the bread, hot dog inside, you put reke salad and then you wrap
Roll
it
it
up, yeah, with the lumpa. So I run a travel agency. My tourists love when we give them this hot dog. I would tell them, we gotta let you try the Norwegian hot dogs. You know, hot dogs eaten Norwegian style. They just love it. They think it's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I found that interesting as well. I like it actually, and they always put fried onions on top.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's another alternative.
Yeah, so you put your lumpa, your sausage, a little bit of fried onions and ketchup.
Mustard.
Mustard,
Yes.
yeah, and the mustard, there's two types, the yellow one and a little bit spicy, and then
Yes.
the sweet
There's two types of spice.
mustard. So
Yeah.
then you put it on your bread, roll it up, when you eat it, it's
Another pink food, beetroot. Beetroot salad
is
is also a
spread,
spread, which is my favorite.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I love beetroot, and we don't really eat beetroot in Asia, do we?
I
Have you?
do,
Ah.
but it's usually fried already.
Fried?
Fried.
You fry the
fried,
beetroot?
like with coconut, and it's like
I find that the Norwegian food very much focus on colors. So you have pink, which is the reke salad, which is the prawn spread, and then the beetroot spread. And then there's the white sauce, and then there's the brown sauce.
Yes, yeah.
They're very
and then-
much into colors. So instead of thinking of fancy names, very simple. It's white and it's a sauce. Just call it white sauce. Wheat sauce. And then you have brown sauce, which you eat with maybe meats.
Then you call it Brunost sauce.
It's brown sauce, which is
Yeah.
brown. So that's very interesting. Let's talk about taco.
Taco. Well, when you say taco, you think Mexican, but actually Norway has a big taco crave here. Taco Fridays, it's called.
Taco FREDAG.
Taco FREDAG, and it's quite common that everybody has tacos on Fridays. And
What's that okay? Yes. Continue.
that you have tacos on Fridays. It's very common here. Sushi is another common thing here.
Sushi?
Yes, Norwegian absolutely love sushi because salmon
lots
is
and lots of-
very easy accessible, and then rice on salmon. So I think sushi is also a big culture here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. There are a number of those sushi bars.
Yeah.
But back to taco, what surprised me was every single supermarket has got a huge taco section.
Yes,
Like a
yes.
huge Mexican section. And I was thinking, wait a minute, we're in Norway. Why it is like this Mexican invasion?
Yeah, yes,
in
but it's
Norway.
true, yeah.
But that has become part of their culture.
Their
That
culture.
they eat taco every Friday, and that itself is very interesting because in Asia we don't have a particular day where we eat a particular kind of food, unless perhaps it's the special celebration, Chinese New Year. Of course, we eat certain things, Eid and Deepavali, but for this one, it's taco Friday. It's every week.
Every week, yeah.
And do you eat taco every Friday?
Not, but some Fridays we do. My kids love taco. Of course, they were born here, they grew up here, they hear about Taco Friday, and it's advertised on the TV, Taco Fridays, so it's quite common here. But
Yeah.
when we have taco at home, we just make taco. Sometimes it's Taco Tuesday, whatever I feel like.
Tuesday? Oh my God, never. So in this household, in the Bamru house, it's always taco Freda. So whether I like to escape it, I don't succeed in escaping.
Okay.
My husband will stick through to the Norwegian culture. What day is it today? So if I were to ask him, and if it's a Friday, I'll ask him, so what are we planning to eat? What day is it today? It's Friday today. What do we eat every Friday? Taco.
Taco Friday.
So there's no guessing, which is also a good thing because you don't have to think so hard. If it's Friday, you just eat taco. And maybe for us, every Saturday or Sunday, it's pizza. So if Friday we eat taco, Saturday is always pizza.
For me, I'm cleaning up whatever that's in the fridge.
So it's leftover.
Yes.
Okay, 3-piece.
Yeah. Wait, fun fact. Grocery stores in Norway are closed on Sundays. So
Yeah.
if you have to do grocery shopping, you have to do it before 11.
So what happens if you really need to bake a cake and you run out of sugar? So what happens? What do you do?
If you live in the countryside, you ask your neighbors.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yes, that's what you do. Okay. But
done
otherwise,
that.
there would be probably in your whole little area, there's one little shop that's called Yoket.
Or sometimes the Asian stores are open on Sundays.
Yeah. So sometimes the Asian shops are open on Sundays, and that's where you get a fix. But it's going to be a little bit more pricier than the regular grocery shops. So people do not shop on Sundays.
So for me, it was very interesting. The first time it happened was my neighbor called me up and, Suriati, do you have sugar? Yeah. Can I come over and get some sugar from you? It was a Sunday. She needs to bake a cake. and that happened. So I was like, oh, this is so interesting. So this is something that I can do too.
Yeah. And not only that, during long periods of holiday like Easter, the shops are closed from Wednesday evening, like 4 o'clock in the evening, Thursday, Friday, open half day on Saturday, Sunday closed again, Monday closed again. So that's almost 4 full days
Imagine.
of grocery stores closing, and you have to plan ahead.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. That will never happen in Asia.
No. I mean, you don't think of your grocery shopping days in advance. You want something now, you go to the shop now, right?
It's a lot of planning. And especially for me, I live in the countryside, so it takes a bit, we do have one store, only one supermarket here in the countryside. We have one. And if it's closed, then we do have to think a little bit. But we try to maybe plan a lot more.
Yeah.
I plan the meals. And back then, when we have 3 boys who are always hungry, if you have 3 boys who are constantly hungry, sometimes you wonder, where did the food go? Did you chomp it down?
Yes, my kids are only 4 and 6, and they will also have big appetites. So
wait till they are teenagers.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So it's getting there. I can already see that.
all right. 3-piece.
3-piece. Okay, what is 3-piece?
Yes. You will know this because she has young kids.
Whenever you have a kid's birthday party, it's so common that they serve either one of the 3-piece, which is the pulse, which means sausage.
Yes. Or hot dogs,
Or
if
hot
you want to call
dogs.
it. Okay.
Pizza. And the last one?
Pasta. Okay.
So, I mean, pasta is not so common, but the pizza and the pulse is almost for every kid's birthday party, you would find it.
You have to have pizza, you have to have the sausage.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's not a birthday. A kid's birthday party. Yeah. And speaking about similarities, is there a difference in, we've talked a bit about the difference, we talked about the similarities. Is there anything which is similar with Asian and Singapore and Norwegian
food? I think they have a like a proportionate, you have your carbs, vegetables and your meat in every of their meals, and so do we. But we eat a lot of hot food, they eat a lot of cold food. Their salads are cold, their wraps are cold. And I think differences is more than
more differences and similarities. Yeah. What I liked about Norwegian food is there is much less processed foods. Okay? Because in Asia, it's becoming more and more common for people to have processed foods and instant food, whereas over here you eat the, what shall I say, natural raw foods. That means a lot more vegetables that are eaten here, and the meats and so on and so forth. So if you eat wild meat, for example, moose meat, for example, that being hunted, for example, so you get those which is a bit fresher because they're not injected by any chemicals, all right? And for us, we do have our own chickens, so we have free-range chickens or free-range eggs, yes. And the eggs that we have, there was a time when, sad story. Our chickens were taken by the wolf. I'm sorry. I mean, for those who get scared about this, yes, it happens. We live by the forest, so they are prone to an attack by the wolves. Sorry, did I say wolves? I'm sorry, by the fox.
Fox. Yeah, you say wolf.
There are no wolves. Well, at least not now, not this area, not wolves, but fox. They were taken by the fox. So when we're gonna buy eggs, and then I cracked the egg, I was like, wait a minute, there's something wrong with these eggs. I'm like, why does it look different? The eggs from the store are yellow in color. Mine, which were free-range eggs, orange.
Oh,
It's like real orange. So I miss them.
My neighbor used to have chickens, and she used to give us eggs, but she gave them away now.
Okay, so we've covered quite a bit. Now we want to talk about Singapore. Well, Cassandra is from Malaysia, I'm from Singapore. So one of the things that is so interesting to us is we have the same kind of food or the same kind of desserts, but different names.
And we are next to each other, right? Like Singapore and Malaysia as neighbors. And it's quite interesting that the food, same thing, but we call it different things.
Yeah.
For example,
epok-epok in Singapore.
is Karipap in Malaysia.
So what is Karipap and epok-epok?
It's something like a fried dough that you have meat or potato filling inside. Then you have to deep fry it. It's brown. Yeah, that's what it is. Actually, it's curry puffs became Karipap. Yeah, Malay call it Karipap.
Curry puffs.
Yeah. So it's actually puffs that have curry filling.
Curry filling with potatoes.
With potatoes
and
or
some
chicken,
meat.
some meat
Or
or
even
sardines.
chicken.
Yeah.
You can choose your
You can
filling.
choose, yeah.
So this is interesting.
Yeah.
This is a curry puff. So they make it very Malay.
Malaysianize it,
Curry
Karipap.
puff.
Yeah, it's true.
It's so cute. All right, next one. Number 2 is the green dessert. Okay, which is called ketayap.
In Malaysia.
Malaysia, but in Singapore we call it kuih dadar. Okay, not kuih dadah. Okay, kuih dadar. So what is ketayap or kuih dadar? Basically, is dough. It has to be green with coloring. You just fry it.
Pandan, isn't it?
Or pandan,
Pandan, yeah.
or coloring, or pandan. Basically, you just fry it, almost like a pancake, and then you put coconut with what do you call the
Gula Melaka, palm sugar.
palm sugar. Okay, so you're gonna cook the coconut in palm sugar. You put it in the middle, and then you fold it up, roll it, and then voila, you have kuih dadar, and it's green in color.
Yeah, although it's the exact same thing that we have in Malaysia, we call it ketayap.
So we have those two, but there are several others actually that we know it calls it's different name.
It's called different, and we don't understand why, but that's just how it is. And the interesting fact is that many Southeast Asian countries have similar desserts like us. They call it something else. Like for example, the bubur pulut hitam, or it's called glutinous rice soup, kind of like.
Really?
Yeah. In Philippines, they have it as well. They have it as breakfast. We have it as dessert, tea time. And Singapore, bubur pulut hitam.
Oh, it's dessert. It's the
Dessert,
same.
yeah, it's a
It's the
dessert,
same.
yeah.
Now thinking about food which is eaten morning and evening, my mother-in-law thinks it's so weird that I made pancakes for the boys in the morning, because we think of McDonald's, right? And it's common for you to have pancakes in the morning, and she thinks it's weird. Why? Because the Norwegians eat pancakes in the evening for dinner.
Yes.
For dinner.
So, it's very common to have.
Yes, just pancakes. So in some households, they actually eat only pancakes. Only pancakes. But the pancakes are a little bit different. It's not like the small, fluffy type in McDonald's. But these are bigger, much bigger. And they will put some sugar or jam, and you roll it up, and you can cut into slices if you wish, and then you eat with a fork that way. So in this bungalow house, we of course eat pancakes, but we make sure that the boys have a lot more, to fill them up a little bit more. So they must eat the tomato soup. So tomato soup is also another very commonly eaten here.
Yeah.
So they eat tomato soup with boiled eggs and macaroni, so that it fills them out a little bit before they can get onto the pancakes. Because for them, they're just eyeing the pancakes. I know.
And student food here is always tomato soup, the instant one, and pizza. Grandiosa pizza.
Yes,
It's the number one selling food in Norway actually, and in Malaysia and in Singapore, I think Malaysia at least, it's Maggi curry noodles. That's how most of us survive our college days. So here is tomato soup or
Instant
pizza.
noodles. Yeah.
Frozen pizza.
Yeah. So I hope we have made you hungry. Are you hungry?
Yes.
If you are, and if you're looking forward, or you love, or you miss Asian food, we'd like to invite you to the Asian Festival, the Nordic Asian Festival, on the 23rd of August.
Do drop by. There's going to be amazing foods and stalls that's going to be open. You can try different cuisines that you probably don't even find it in Oslo, but people are selling them here. Last year we had sugar
Thai
cane,
food,
we had
yes.
Thai food, we had Malaysian food, we had Singaporean food, Indonesian food. Yeah, we had a variety. We had mango sticky rice, and the queue was
Very long.
Very long.
Yeah.
But
And we had the Thai milk tea. Everyone was buying this very long and big, container of the Thai milk tea. But of course, the hot favorite was sugarcane. Nothing spells more Asian than sugarcane. And it's so interesting because sugarcane is a drink that probably all Asians could identify with. Isn't it interesting?
Yes,
like
it
not
is.
only a particular group, but all Asians know sugarcane. We just love sugarcane. So
they're back this year as well, and many other people are coming in for the first time and repeat stalls as well. So if you want a booth, or you yourself have something to bring, you can contact Norak and get a booth for yourself, or just come and enjoy.
Yes. So other than the food, there's gonna be talent show. There's gonna be a fashion show. There's gonna be a cultural show.
There's going to be a parade.
Yes.
And you're going to see a lineup of all, mostly Southeast Asian. We also have Japan and Korea joining us this year.
And if you want to go and check out some Korean skincare, now's the time. Come down on 20th August. And you know what?
We're going to have some Korean games.
What's the most famous game? What's the most famous Korean game? Squid Game, of course.
Games.
Yes. We're going to have probably a stall doing similar games, but nothing violent.
Nothing like that. Probably like the 5 stones, or like, those kind of things. But it's going to be fun. We are looking forward to it. As much as we are looking forward to it, we invite you to come and join the festive
season. Yes. So if you're hungry and if you're looking forward to eat more Asian food, come on down 23rd August. We're gonna see you
Put
there.
it in your calendar. Don't you forget.
And
We'll see you there.
See you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.